Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. For the first time ever, I am not holding a handlebar or a steering wheel. I am holding onto a controller because Sony has sent us their PS5. Now it's gonna be an excitement review video of a PlayStation for the first time on this channel. So before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Now to be very honest, I don't play gaming consoles at all because I've never got a chance. My family didn't get me one any time in my life. But since this one's here, we've been playing it day in and day out and we've been not working, to be very honest. That's it. We are reviewing bikes and cars and that's what we are doing regularly. But then PlayStation, Sony basically sent us this game, the SpiderMan Miles Morales, and to be very honest, we have been enjoying it. I have been enjoying it so much because this PlayStation works in a 4K screen and you can just see how cool the graphics look. Now there are two versions to it. One is a 60 FPS version, one is a 30 FPS version. In the 30 FPS version of the game, you can actually see the reflections in the glass and everything, and it looks pretty dope. In the 60 FPS, it gets super duper smooth, and that is what the fun part is. Now for me, being a technical guy, 30 FPS, 60 FPS, that is how I go with it. But it is basically fidelity, otherwise performance. Now either ways, you can enjoy the game the way you want it, and Spider-Man, it's just so nice, so nice. Now before we go on to the games that we have been playing onto this, look at this. Now there is a thing that one of our team member has a PS4 and it is a boxy kind of a design. This one, the PS5, looks so nice. Now there are two versions to it. One is a digital version and this is the normal actual gaming console. Comes for about 50,000 rupees in India. For that price, you might say it's a pricey thing, but then there are so many features onto it. It gets an AMD processor, 16 GB of RAM, it's a DDR6 RAM plus the SSD. It does not get a normal hard disk, it is a proper SSD inside and it's somewhere close to 825 GB. Problem is that you can only use close to 667 GB, and if you start installing a lot of games and apps and all that, it just gets full very quickly. Apart from that, you can just keep switching and you can actually connect an external hard drive and save your games there, but not use it while playing the games. And the one big reason to get such a big screen here in office was because this PS supports 4K 120 FPS or 8K 60 FPS. 4K 120 FPS gameplay. Like, my goodness, this is a 15 screen and we have been enjoying it because we have to stay a little apart, like stay further away, but we are just leaning in and enjoying the game. And when I say enjoying the game, this controller has so much feedback. Now to enjoy this controller, I've been playing this specific game, the Astro Playroom, because this one has been giving me a ton of feedback on the controller itself. Now this controller is the Dual Sense controller. It is different from the one that PS4 had. It was called the Dual Shock maybe. And then it only had those vibrations going around. This one actually has those vibrations going from left to right. If you're on ice, if you're walking on water, if you're jumping somewhere, it actually gives you that amount of feedback. And if you're fighting with someone, there is a different kind of vibration that keeps coming every time. Plus the input that you give from R1, R2, L1, L2, that also is so specific. Now if I take the controller in the hand, well, it is very, very ergonomic, and the best part is that you can actually connect a 3.5mm headphone and you can actually get the audio wirelessly to the remote, and that will be coming to your headphones directly. So that is a very good feature. There's no lag at all in that. Plus if you have a dog, if you did buy a dog, you can actually charge it wirelessly. Otherwise you have a Type-C right over here to charge it. The play time with this controller is close to 11 to 12 hours depending on the games that you play. That's almost a day's long time to play games. Now we have mounted the PlayStation vertically, but you can mount it sideways too. However, without the stand, which is right over here, it will be slightly wobbly, so you will have to keep the stand right there, and then it stays very nicely. With this, it is actually very cool. It's not heating up at all, and that is one of the things which I like quite a lot about this. Now you get a total of 3 USB ports, 2 at the back, 1 at the front. There's a Type-C port as well at the front, and there's an HDMI port behind. Plus there's a LAN cable too if you want to connect it to the internet via LAN, so that is also an option. However, the one thing that I don't like about this PlayStation is the black finish which is in the center, because it is a piano finish. However, it is leaving a lot of my fingerprint marks on it, and that is the only thing that I didn't like about this. And then that's not about it, it's the storage space too, because the moment you start downloading bigger games, graphic sizes, all the consumption that happens, the SSD gets full very quickly. Say about 5 to 6 games that we have got inside, and a few apps where you can browse through YouTube or go to Netflix or do something like that. Do all of this, watch videos, can do everything on this. Hence it takes up a lot of space, and that is a second thing which I didn't like. If I talk about the genuine PS5 games, they are very limited. However, there is a backtracking option which is available, so you can actually play the PS4 games on this PS5. So that is somewhere you're saved. In the box, you only get a few set of things. That is the PS, the console, the controller. You get only a single controller, set of wires to connect the controller while charging, USB cable, HDMI cable, and the power cable, and that's about it. You don't get anything else. And there's a stand, which is this one. That's it. If you get an extended pack or something like that, then you can get a lot of things like games and everything. Apart from that, if you get the standard PS controller, which is for 50k in India, that's all you get. Now, I played the PS4 for a very brief amount of time to get the difference or understand the difference between the PS5, and the one big difference which I can say is the loading time, and that is because you get a 16GB RAM and the SSD which is there inside. It's a DDR6 RAM and the SSD with a combination. This one loads very quickly. Plus then overall you get a better GPU as well, and just because of that the graphics are so fine, they're so nice, the textures on the skin and everything, it looks flawless. This PS5 also gets a 120Hz refresh rate, which I've already mentioned before, but then one thing I forgot was it still supports a 4K Blu-ray disc set, and that is a very good thing. Now if you don't have a smart TV, you don't really need one. All you need is a 4K screen, because the PS will work as your smart TV. You can get all the OTT apps, you can get everything right over here. So the PS5 was launched 7 years after the PS4 came in, and the moment it came, it went out of stock immediately. Even right now it is out of stock, and after spending some time with this, I actually want to buy one. This is your one solution for everything, and that is what I like about the PlayStation. You can have a gaming PC for a huge sum and get yourself something else too, but this does your daily duties too. You can watch videos, play games, do everything. All you need is a 4K screen and this. Thank you so much for watching this video. We had a blast with the PlayStation 5. Do let us know in the comments below that should we get into tech reviews as well. Until then, I'll see you. Bye bye.